Hey, what's up guys? Andrei of Andrei MoVapes. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to review a tube mod from the Vaping Chronology, and this is the Chaos version 1.8. Guys, that was a quick view of the Vaping Chronology's Chaos version 1.8. I just showed some pictures of the tube mod. Yeah, today we're going to try something new. Ayun, mag-English tayo ngayon. To summarize what's gonna happen, I'll give you the specifications, a quick breakdown. I'll put it all back together, and I'll give you my pros, cons, price, and all that shit. All right. Right now, let me give you the specs. 24mm diameter tube mod. So this goes well with your 22s and your 24s. 25, there will be an overhang for sure. 88mm height, so that will be top to bottom without the atomizer. Stainless steel body and full copper insert. Brass hybrid top cap, and also brass housing for the firing. Ergonomic firing mechanism, Ultem firing pin and insulator. So I'll show you later the insulator, but this is the firing button. It is, there's a press-fitted Ultem machine and handmade tube design. And what's good thing about it is another specification would be it could be used as an extension. All right, so for those series lovers who have their single firing or single battery tube mods, this could fit well to your tube mod. You could use it as an extension. I've seen one wherein he used two Chaos tube mods and used it as a stacked tube mod. It really looks nice, especially with your Vaping Chronology mods, the HTs, version 1, 2, 3, and the wood as well. Later on, I'll show you how it's installed using this HT's version 2. Again, setup for today, on top will be the Andromeda Rda with the Ultem drip cap, which is like a two-tone thing. Our juice today would be, well, I don't have the bottle, but this is Ryte's RY4 Butterscotch. I ordered half a liter of this. Let me show you. Yeah, I ordered this one. RY4 Butterscotch by Ryte. You can definitely contact Chard Real Office. Chard, I'll post the link below. And this is definitely a good juice. As they say, pinakamasarap na juice sa buong mundo. Alright, so thank you for this. And I just transferred it to this Skull Dripper bottle. And yeah, going back, my setup for the Andromeda is Scorpion wires by Sir Monch Guzman. I'll also post the link below. I also have a review for that. Link here. Where would that be? Here. I also post the link to my review for the Andromeda Rda. Alright, so specs of the Scorpion wires would be triple core 26 gauge, so tricore aliens with a 36 gauge wrap. That would be 4 wraps reading at 0.08 ohms, so be careful. This is not for newbies. Make sure to know your Ohm's law, and also battery safety whenever you're using a fully mechanical mod. All right, so just a quick test fire. Let's drip some more. First time ko mag full English sa review, so sorry. Pagbigyan niyo na ako. It rocks actually. Battery, by the way, is VDC 5. Let me try. Damn, that's flavorful. So Andromeda, guys, you gotta try one. And also the wire that I have, it contributes a lot to the flavor. And of course, couldn't jockey. This is my cotton for this build, and I could say one of the best Japanese cotton out there. Better try that. Thank you so much, Sir Chuck. Shout out to you. I'll just make this one quick. Let's go dive down. I'll show you everything to know about it, about the Chaos version 1.8 by Vaping Chronology, and right after that I'll bring the camera back up and I'll tell you again my pros, cons, and everything else. Alright, stay tuned guys. There you go, that's how I received the VCKS version 1.8. Here to show you the engraving on the tube. Here's the Philippine eagle, or the monkey eating eagle, which is the Philippines' national bird. The design on the bottom is the world map. Very nice engraving on the tube. By the way, this is reverse engraved. The design is actually embossed. Here's Vaping Chronology's logo. It also says Vaping Chronology and the serial number X, or Roman numeral number 10. There's the firing button, Ultem switch, the bottom cap. This is the hybrid top cap with VC logo engraved. Here are your vent holes, 3 vent holes on top, so always install your battery positive up. Here's the authenticity card. It's a hard plastic, same as the design on the tube. On the back, just press pause to read it. Well, it's nice to have an authenticity card for your high-end mods, right? Then these 3. There's the connector if you're going to use it as an extension. This copper connector is adjustable to avoid battery rattle. We're going to use this if you're using serious kit on your Vaping Chronology mods, or if your mod requires a longer copper connector. Depending on the mod that you're using, you can use and adjust this, or you can replace it with this. This has longer threading, which means you have all the adjustments that you need, depending on your mod or your battery. Now here's your bottom cap for the extension tube. This is your copper contact and it is threaded. This also has a good amount of allowance, as you can see. Again, depending on the mod that you have or the battery that you're using. Very cool and very versatile. This is also designed with Vaping Chronology's logo. Let me break down the tube mod now. Let's take out the battery first. Here's the hybrid top cap and its vent holes. I have already shown you the design, but what's good about this is actually copper. There's a copper insert here, so you're enjoying the durability of the stainless steel and the power of copper. Again, here's a quick look on the copper insert. You have a decent amount of copper inside, like the size of a 22mm tube mod. Let's move now to the firing housing. Just press it and you can hand twist the copper contact, or you can use a flathead screwdriver. There you go, a chunky copper contact or firing pin. Then the firing button will come out, which is also copper, as well as the spring inside. Thick and durable steel spring, but not too stiff, just the right amount of tension. This is the Ultem insert, which is sort of an insulator as well, to avoid hot button. Then here you have your Ultem insulator, which could be adjusted to avoid battery rattle. You can play with it. I actually got it upside down, but I have issues with some of my atomizers that cause battery rattle. Then I flipped it to have more slack, and it actually worked. I'll break this one down for you as well, the series connector. Also thick copper contact that could also serve as your spare for the copper firing pin. And as I have mentioned, you can replace it with a longer copper pin. This is also an upgrade that they have done because this copper contact is longer and has more threading compared to the first version of the Chaos. The contact in the connector is press fitted, as well as the Delrin insulator. I already tried and it won't come off easily. The connector also has vent holes, which is good. Let me now disassemble the bottom cap. I tell you, this is buttery smooth threading, very nice. Here are the parts of the VCKS version 1.8. I believe you should be able to take it out which makes it part number 13, and part number 14 if this could have been taken out. For the assembly, let's start with the firing button, and we need these 5. Start with the firing housing and the Ultem insulator, then the spring, the firing button, then screw the copper firing pin. So these 3 would make a hybrid tube mod: the hybrid top cap, the firing housing, and the tube. But right now I'm going to install it to the Ejuice version 2, so later it would look like this. By the way, what I have here in the Andromeda Rda is actually for single battery setup, but just to show you and to check for any battery rattle, let me install it here. First, let's put a battery in here. Then we'll go ahead and use the longer copper contacts since I was using the series kit for the Ejuice V2. Screw the connector in and see if there's any battery rattle. If there is, just take it out, unwind the copper contact, and check it again. It's a matter of trial and error, guys. There you go. There's no battery rattle anymore. Then we'll install the tube all the way and put the second battery. Then lastly, the bottom negative contact or the battery cover. Don't screw the copper contact all the way. That's the last thing that needs to be adjusted for battery contact. Alright, there you go. Since we already have a solid contact inside, you can adjust the tube to have it facing the way you wanted it. You can do this, then adjust the negative contact at the bottom. I won't be firing this since I don't have the right build. Just a quick one, let me show you how to put it back to a single battery hybrid tube mod setup. First, screw your atomizer to the hybrid top cap, then screw it on top of the tube. Put the battery positive up, then the switch, just like that. There you go, that's the Vaping Chronology Chaos version 1.8. Let's bring it back up top. I'll give you the pros, cons, price, and all that shit. There you go, guys. That was the quick dive down to the specs and, you know, breakdown assembly of the Chaos version 1.8 by Vaping Chronology. I also showed you how to use it as an extension tube, you know, for series. I'm just unable to fire it because I don't have the right build. Let me just have a quick drag before I give you my thoughts. So we're still using the same juice, same Ejuice. Again, that'd be Vape Ryte R/4 Butterscotch. Very delicious Ejuice. Again, contact chart if you have concerns or if you want to, you know, order. Let me start with the pros. As you can see, guys, this is a very well designed tube mod. You know, the two-tone, it's really elegant for me. You could pair it up with other atomizers. It would still look nice. For me, it really works well with you know, stainless steel atomizers. As you see, I just changed the drip cap to Ultem so that it would still, you know, kind of matchy, right? Aside from that, next pro would be the power. I'll give the credit to the copper insert. As I've mentioned earlier in the dive down, yeah, again, two-tone brass and the stainless steel, but this is just the outer barrel. Inside, it's you know, full copper. Firing it, guys. Damn. Power is good. You'll have decent power out of this mod, again, because of the copper insert and you know how it hits. It's real nice. All the internals are copper. I guess that's how to sum it up. Then, you know, other contacts would be brass. The hybrid top cap is brass and the housing is brass, so that would be just the connections in between, but all the internals are full copper. Even the spares for the extension tube is still all thick copper. Power is definitely a check for me. I really like it. Another pro would be how the vent holes are positioned. I like it. It's on an angle. In case it vents, will be on an angle, so it won't really hit you, you know, the fumes and all. So I like that feature. Again, I just really like it. Again, design and power will be the main pros for this mod. Jumping now to the cons, one of the cons that I've noticed is actually, well, it gets hot. Well, we all know that you know, tube mods or any other mechanical tube mods gets hot whenever you're chain vaping. I believe because this is due to the stainless steel outer tube. Well, it doesn't contribute to the voltage drop, I believe, because you're gonna get the power of the copper, but in terms of you know, metal getting warm, it gets warm faster compared to other tube mods. But yeah, I guess just don't chain vape if you're going to use this as a tube mod, single battery tube mod. I guess this will be just a subjective con, because we all know that, you know, it happens when you chain vape, but you know, I just noticed that it gets warm faster compared to other mods. Next con for me would be this one. This is press fitted. You cannot take it out. I haven't seen anyone take it out properly.
Try to wiggle it with a flathead screwdriver so that the Ultem insulator or Ultem button would be separated from the copper contact.
I guess my point is you cannot really take it out, which is kind of a bummer, because as much as I would love to clean it, I just hated it whenever the mod is not all the way clean. I want to make sure everything is clean outside, all the internals, as much as possible. I tried to break everything down and polish every screws, every contacts, even the threading. Yeah, so far that's the only cons that I have noticed. I know that their goal upon designing this mod is for it to be short, handy, and still powerful at the same time, and also multi-purpose. I guess it's not just a tube mod, you can also use this as an extension tube. Let me end this you know, my thoughts with the Pro. I forgot to mention the you know, with it being versatile, you can use this as a mod and also use this as an extension tube. You're getting two functionalities out of one mod, which is definitely a plus. To sum it all up, this is definitely a well recommended mod. I'm sorry if I'm kind of you know, kind of nitpicking for the cons, so I guess try it yourselves. I'm just not sure if there's still more available. I'm also not sure if they're going to do another run of the Chaos version 1.8. Just a quick trivia, this is, by the way, the Pinas version of the Chaos, or VC Chaos. The first version was actually released internationally. Yeah, the design is different. I'll show you the picture now. This is with a Kia bird, and was released mainly in New Zealand, but also distributed in the US and I believe in France. I'll post the shops that still have this. The only one that I can remember right now is actually Vapor's Icons, Station 1 and 2. And let me jump now to the price. The suggested retail price for the VC Chaos version 1.8 is $5,888. If you're gonna ask me if you have the budget, you know, go buy it. But I guess it won't really fit everyone's vaping budget. I believe the production for the Chaos version 1.8 is only at 30 pieces. I'm not sure. If I'm not correct, I'll just edit this one. But you know, for $5,888 and having a limited edition tube mod in this quality and with this design, you know, having 1 out of 30, definitely I'll buy it any time of the day. All in all, again, this is well recommended tube mod, as we can all expect from Vaping Chronology. Yeah, I guess that's it for my review for the Vaping Chronology Chaos version 1.8. Let me just take a quick drag. Damn, I like the power. It really got decent power, guys. So there you go. If you have questions, I'll post the link below of their page, their group. I suggest to you know, follow their page or join their group, because they have lots of projects lined up. We all need to stay tuned, and I'm really hoping to review more of their products in the future. Let me just jump now to the advocacy side of things. As I always remind you guys, always vape on, vape safe, and vape smart. Support local. Always support your local vape shops, and yeah, don't vape where you can't smoke. Always vape in the designated smoking areas. I know it's kind of tough now, but it is what it is. That's what we need to do. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're not yet subscribed to my channel. Hit the notification bell. I'll be advising you to stay tuned, because I have a lot lined up, and I'll be posting vlogs as well in this channel, and I'm really hoping that you all support it. Also follow my Facebook page, Andrei MoVapes. Make sure to follow and like that page. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Again, I really appreciate your time as always. Again, this is Andrei of Andrei MoVapes. Till next video, guys. Peace out.